beautiful phrase by our acharyas. Vaishnavera gunagan kurile jivaratran. That what saves us in life is hearing the glories of the devotees of the Lord. That is what saves us. Vaishnavera gunagan korile jivaratran. What saves us in life is hearing the glories of the devotees of the Lord. So thank you for saving me today. Haribol. When the Braja Gopis were in separation from Sri Krishna, they searched for him here and there, here and there. They would ask the trees and the creepers, have you seen Krishna? They asked Tulsi Devi, have you seen Krishna? They asked the different Lata, the different creepers, have you seen Krishna? And they found, not Krishna, they found Radharani, right? Who Krishna had also left. So we can say, if we want to find God, first find the devotee. And then with Radharani, she's not a devotee, meaning she is the goddess, she is Srimati Radhika. She is the object of worship of all devotees. But she's also like the fountainhead of all devotion. And so, like Prabhu said, we chant, O Radhe, please bring me into the service of your beloved Hari. So taking shelter of Sri Radharani, they came to the bank of Jamuna Devi and they began to sing to Krishna. Jayati te dikam janmana praja shrayata indira sasvadatrahi daita drishyata dikshutavakas. Like this they sang Shri Gopi Geet. Saradadasaye sadhu jatasat. One after another they sang so many beautiful verses. Tapta jivanam pranat dehinam tapta jivanam. That which caused us anguish also saves us. There's two commentaries of this Tapta Jivanam. That singing about Krishna, it relieves us and it saves us. But the other side is burns us. Separation. Like the story this morning, Shamapriya, how she prepared a basket of gifts for Gurudev. Everything Gurudev saw gave him Udipan, remembrance of Braj. And Gurudev was taking one thing after another out of the basket and he saw the chilies. Oh, this is too hot for Radha Krishna. Holding it, separation. And he put it down. This is Tapta Jivanam. So sometimes we say that love remains somewhat hidden until the beloved is somewhat absent. It helps bring out love more. And so therefore there's the pastimes of meeting and separation. So we're also trying to remember Srila Gurudev. And therefore we come together, and it's important. This is called Dharma Sabha. This is the purpose of a religious assembly. Dharma Sabha. An assembly, Sabha, of Dharma, to speak about Dharma. What is Dharma? Without Krishna, there is no Dharma. So people talk about I'm going to be moral, I'm going to be religious, I'm going to be spiritual. But they forget Krishna, then it's all in vain. Therefore Krishna says, Mannimita kritam papam api dharmaya kalpate. Even if you commit materially conceived wrong, improper activities, but it's done for my pleasure, for my happiness, on my command, that is the highest dharma. And yet, so-called dharma without me is not dharma. So dharma shava means an assembly, a religious assembly, who is the object of our worship and love. Without him, all the other activities are just, it's like icing on the cake that isn't there. Icing on a cake that isn't there. The substance is Krishna, the substance is Guru. And so if we want to approach that Sri Krishna, Krishna comes to us in the form of Sri Guru. Therefore, without Sri Guru, approaching Krishna is just another form of impersonalism. We approach Sri Krishna through his messengers, and they bring us to Krishna. So Srila Gurudev or Srila Prabhupada, they are those messengers of Sri Radha Krishna, and so our lives have been blessed by darshan of them. It's said in the Sastra, the earth rejoices when one of the associates of the Lord appears on this earth. She says, those are my true sons, my true children, and the earth rejoices. Anywhere the great devotees of the Lord appear. Krishna darshan, how do we see Krishna? We see the Murti of Krishna. We may read the Gita. Without Guru, we can't see Krishna. We can conceive the idea of Krishna, but without Guru, we cannot see Krishna. We think, oh, seeing the picture is enough, seeing the deity is enough. We want darshan. So how do we get darshan of Krishna? Shakshad Hari Tvena Samasta Shashre Sakshad Hari Tvena Sri Guru. He is Shakshad Hari. You want to see Krishna? Find Sri Guru. That is Krishna giving you darshan and bringing you to his eternal darshan. Right? And therefore, in the lives of the devotees, taking shelter of Srila Gurudev is such an important step in our spiritual life. Gurudev is so merciful that he is Sadguru. Pure Guru is, he transcends the limitations of karma and time and space. Na karma bandhanam janma vaishnavanam cha vidyate. Vaishnavas aren't bound by the law of karma and even material time. Therefore, when you were doing your Lakh Harinam, it would be need to you, eye to eye. He wasn't right there in that time and space, or was he? He was. He wasn't. See, he was there. Gurudev said, Vaishnav dreams. I've had a few dreams like that with Srila Gurudev. That's, very profound. And you feel their presence. Gurudev, there's a story of isn't there a story of one of the devotees who came to Gurudev who saw his picture, and it was as if he was speaking to them, and then they inquired, you know the story? Something about, yeah. There's certain pictures of Gurudev that kind of follow you wherever you go. You have one there, Gurudev smiling.
Right there.
Very sweetly smiling, and
My
you
mom,
move.
there was a picture of Gurudev on the flyer, the New Braj Festival flyer.
Yeah.
My mom got it in the mail.
And I didn't know him or anything, and I just started bawling.
You got it in the
Still have
mail?
the flyer. Saved it. It was the first Bhajan Festival invitation.
Who sent? Oh, they send an invitation out.
Yeah. And there's that picture of him that he just wanted to help the devotees. I'll never forget that picture. I have it.
if we can think about how, another thing that's just nice to contemplate, how much Gurudev was just a genuine friend, without any, ego or desire for followers and fame. He was just following the request of his dear friend, Srila Prabhupada. And therefore he came to us as a dear friend, Bandhu. Gurudev had his book, right? My Shiksha Guru and Priya Bandhu, dear friend. So he was such a dear friend to Srila Prabhupada, and therefore he came to the West as a friend for us to reinvigorate us in our spiritual lives and to kind of direct us towards that ultimate goal and encourage us to tread that path. Otherwise, I was thinking about it just before the class, how a lot of people in this world are kind of apathetic towards any kind of spiritual attainment. They're just kind of plodding along in their life. And a lot of the controversy you see these days and the fighting and the politics on so many levels it's just because it's like a form of entertainment while there is apathy towards your spiritual life. It's not that important. But one of the things about Srila Gurudev that's so wonderful about him is that he by being with him, if you spent time with him, you would become serious about your spiritual life. If you went to his festivals, you almost you wouldn't have a choice if you were listening. He said again and again so many things that was like, know your goal, follow the process, and what is that? And just the verses he would quote again and again. Sometimes he would give you instructions that's like, how do I even achieve that? But because he sees in you what you can become, he knows. That every jiva has that special relationship waiting to develop with Sri Krishna. And Gurudeva, Uttam, pure devotee, they don't just speak that as a philosophy, they see it. I think that's one of the specialities of who is the best friend, the bandhav, the dearest friend of the devotees. Because they don't think, oh, this person has, like you're talking about the mood of Nityananda Prabhu and Akhanda Guru. Oh, this person's a drunkard, this person's that. They're not looking at that. They're looking at what is that Jivatma's potency and potential in relationship with Krishna, and how can I serve in that awakening of their transcendental relationship with Krishna. And so the pure devotee, he's coming from that kind of, like the sunbeams beaming down upon us, coming over the horizon. He's seeing us with that kind of darshan and inundating with that shakti of his rays of mercy. That's why we say when we go to before Thakurji or before Guru, we don't go to see him, we go to be seen by him. Please, Shubha Drishti Karo Prabhu. Oh Lord, please give me your Shubha Drishti. Not that I see you, but your auspicious glance falls upon me. And if that glance of Sri Guru or Sri Krishna falls upon us, within those rays of his transcendental vision, all spiritual potency is imbued. Therefore, he can look at you and encourage you with a few words, with his piercing eyes, to follow that path of bhakti that will make your life sublime. And I remember the story with my sister, KK. How she said so sweetly, oh Gurudev, how do I know that I am, you're telling me I'm supposed to be a maidservant of Srimati Radhika, and I have that feeling, but how do I know it's real? He said, because I'm telling you and I see it in your heart.
Oh.
And so this is the Shakti of that personality. has that kind of relationship to Radha Krishna. And therefore he gave us his heart, Sri Seva Kunj, and said, have this as your object of devotion. This is your murti to contemplate on and to try to serve. This is the Swarup of Kam Gayatri mantra. This is the form of the Kam Gayatri mantras that we chant, inviting us into the service of the divine couple. And therefore, this is how we properly apply the practice and philosophy of Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness means how to find the devotee who is Krishna conscious and take shelter of them, and in their shelter to become Krishna conscious. Krishna bhakti rasa bhavitamati kriyatam jadi kutopi labhyate tatra loyam api mulyamekram janma koti sukriterna labhyate. Not by millions of lifetimes of your own effort, developing pious merits, can you achieve this pure Krishna consciousness, Krishna bhakti ras bhavitamati. If you want that pure Krishna consciousness, you must take shelter of those personalities whose body, mind, words, entire presence, every fiber of their being is radiating this Krishna consciousness. That is the Uttam Mahabhagavat. Sarva Bhuteshu Ya Pashyad Bhagavad Bhava Matmana. They're radiating this Bhagavad Bhav, pure love for the Lord. And therefore, when they see anyone, by giving darshan to them, they're awakening that desire to chant Krishna Nam. The spontaneous chanting of Krishna Nam appears in the tongues. Jahara Mukhe Aise Krishna Nam, Nishchaya Janise Bhagavad Pradhan. Mahaprabhu said, those personalities who merely by their presence, the living entities began to chant Krishna Nam, know that to be the topmost devotee. And in Bhagavatam, 11th canto, it's described, 9th chapter. Sarva Bhuteshu Ya Pashyad Bhagavad Bhava Matmana. Those personalities, they have this Bhagavad Bhav. So therefore, wherever they look, they see that Bhagavad Bhav. They are able to see beyond all material designations and boundaries and barriers. They're able to see that everyone is in that family of the Supreme Lord, Vasudeva Kutumbakam. Otherwise, that is the mentality of the Uttam Bhagavat. It's very difficult to have that mentality otherwise. That is the highest reality. On our level of understanding, we see differences and distinction and barriers and boundaries. But on the pure devotees level, they only see that every Atma is part and parcel of Krishna and has love for him. That's all they see. And so therefore they can say, this is in your heart, this is in your heart, this is in your heart. And they can help to awaken that Jagaran, wake that mood up of your relationship with Sri Krishna. So this is the mercy of Sri Gurudev. So it's I'm very grateful to have that fortune to be in your home again. I remember, I think this was in the Big Island when I came with our family. Was it? It was like one of those early years. I don't remember where it was. Maybe it was
No,
Maui.
you came to our house in Pulani.
Where was that?
Is that when you left Govi? I think Govi was left behind
Was she?
to run the entire house by
The
herself.
household. I remember Chiranjit Prabhu had the most fantastic Harinam apparatus I'd ever seen.
The Japa bucket.
The Japa bucket. The Japa bucket.
Very proud of his buckets.
And you had eye holes, right? But you could spin it around so the eye holes were in the back. And you just
He had an eye just big enough to see
The visor.
That's it.
Well, if you're sitting in front of the altar, then you just put your eye hole right in Dr. G. And enough holes for ventilation that you wouldn't pass out.
and then you spin it around and you see pictures inside, or was it
Huh?
too close when you spin it around?
He had Mahamantra written.
Yeah, all over the bucket.
In the temple, I would once I had like a few pairs of glasses, and I put black tape on the inside, so it looked like I was wearing sunglasses, but really I was just, and I could walk around and see, like, you know, you can see like 1.5 feet in front of you. I would walk around chanting, no distracting people. Would be like, Haribo, I'd be like, don't know who you are. Haribo, Haribo. But yeah, just good memories. So I'm grateful for this chance to be here in your home with you. This is beautiful temple space. Like you said, our mission is very simple. Bhakti is very simple. Saralata hi Vaishnavata. Simplicity is Vaishnavism. So with open, simple hearts, trying to serve Sri Guru and Sri Krishna, serve the holy names. We don't want to be apathetic towards our spiritual life. People in this world are so busy towards, either you find people very busy towards karma, very busy in their fruitive activities, trying to gain wealth and position and prosperity, or trying to relax as much as possible, comforts. And but both sides, there's spiritual apathy. Either industriousness towards material progress, or constant desire for comfort and facility. So what we're trying to do is what Prabhuji said. Akam sarva kamava mokshakam udharati divrena bhaktiyo yajeta purusha param. The method of achieving perfection is intense effort in the process of bhakti yoga. Whether we have all desires or no desires, material desires, or just desire for liberation, following the process will definitely gain results, Krishna says. Right? If you take medicine, whether you believe in it or not, if you believe in it, it's better. But anyhow, the medicine, if it's powerful medicine, will work. So therefore, anyhow you perform bhakti. In the Bhagavatam, we see all the progressive examples of performances of bhakti. Dhruva Maharaj performed Sakam Bhakti, but he achieved darshan of the Lord quickly because it was intense. Divrena Bhakti Yogena. Intense effort. 6 months, darshan of the Lord. This was in a previous age when he could completely withdraw himself and not even breathe air. He fasted, he didn't eat food, drink water. Month after month, he reduced and reduced. In this age, we don't have that capacity in the same way as in those ages.
5?
You're just a little kid.
Yeah, it's 5.
Even though he had all desires, he performed Bhakti Yoga and he saw the Lord very quickly. Divrena. So, this is my prayer. I don't want to be apathetic about my own spiritual life. And therefore, bhakti is simple. Some time in the day we carve out for that. In the morning we do a little arati. What we cook, we offer to Thakurji. We eat it. And, instead of wasting our evenings in materialistic entertainment and recreation, we try to have this kind of Dharma Sabha, talking about Krishna, talking about Gurudev, trying to encourage each other and increase our faith. And then life will go on. Bodies will change. All these truths will come and pass. But Gurudev is so merciful. He said, if we remember Krishna, we'll go to Krishna. But it's easy to remember someone you have a relationship with. So if we remember Guru, we'll go where Guru is, and Guru is with Krishna. Simple process. Remember Gurudev, remember our Guru, Srila Prabhupada, and then when it's time to change bodies, the new clothes will be very nice clothes, spiritual clothes. I like what you're saying about chanting and chanting and chanting. It's very important. We're talking about that today. Purascharan, taking a firm vow that I will chant the holy names. Krishna is my maintainer and protector. I will do what is necessary to maintain family and home, but as much as possible I will take care of my spiritual life, understanding that everything else is just a dream that's going to evaporate very quickly. Just a momentary dream, wisp in the wind, life hanging on the balance of a leaf. It's a drop of water. But what is the real essence of everything? Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam Eva Kevalam. Kalo nasteva, 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 gatiranyata. So therefore, this is our meditation, how to always, I feel very grateful living in India for so long and then growing up with Srila Gurudev, all those festivals we had year after year, traveling around with Srila Gurudev and then by his instruction living in the Dham. Now many years are passing and quickly time is going. But it's something I was meditating on when we were in Costa Rica, and just seeing so many sweet devotees who had so many sweet remembrances of Srila Gurudev. had this kind of idea that wherever Gurudev went to have like a Smriti Stali. Smriti Stali means a place of remembrance. That, that personality is remembered and shared. Padapit. Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada established a Padapit for Mahaprabhu anywhere he went. So that's kind of what I was thinking is like, because Gurudev told me when I was young, 10 years old, be a brahmachari. He always told me that everywhere. I was thinking, well, now what to do? I'm still a young man when he left in my 20s, but his instruction wasn't, for this amount of time and then I'm going to leave and then do whatever you want. So as a young man, what is my responsibility towards Sri Guru? Be a brahmachari, serve my mission. He told me so many times. So I thought, okay, that's a good use of time. Try to see Gurudev everywhere, especially present in the hearts of all his followers and disciples. Try to serve them and also maintain my enthusiasm by their association and hearing about Srila Gurudev. And then anywhere Srila Gurudev has been, try to establish his Vani Murti, his teachings. We've published now like 21 volumes of his lectures, all of 96, all of 97. And we're trying to do more and more, and then have those places that are, that's what we want our ashram to be in New York also. Smriti Stali for Srila Gurudev, where we can remember him, his teachings, and his relation with Srila Prabhupada, and who he is giving us as our object of love and worship. And, to try to keep that torch alive, offer our energy as fuel into the transcendental torch light of his divine Vani and teachings. So this is my prayer to you all for blessings that I can serve Srila Gurudev in this way, in this life. Vanchakapatarupasya kripa sindhuvescha patitanang pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo jai Shri Gurudev.